One of the most consequential things that the leftist Marxist complex did to the Indian psyche was to instill a sense of guilt into the minds of Hindus who, for the first time in the history of Sanatana Dharma, had a state. The concept of state and republic is something that can be left for someday else, but the point is that in 1947, the first republic was formed that led to the development of a new order of thinking as far as a normal Hindu mind was concerned. But this was not left to Hindus for a long time, as the Marxists had unquestionable control over the academia and media for decades to come. They not only filled up all the major universities, departments, colleges, but also infiltrated the cultural aspects of the country by directly influencing the Bollywood or the Hindi film industry. This is something that Twitter handles like Gems of Bollywood have shown for the past several months. This systematic insulting of Hindu Dharma repeatedly in Hindi films right from the 1960s to the present day has had a bearing effect on the common man. Historians like Romila, Thapar, Irfan, Habib have not only distorted the Indian history but have selectively hidden facts from the public to whitewash Islamic genocidal crimes against Hindus. The recent podcast of J. Sai Deepak along with a popular YouTuber like Beerbiceps has sparked this ravaging debate on social media regarding the veracity of thoughts made by J. Sai Deepak on the show. On one hand, there are people who have been thrashing J. Sai Deepak as some uneducated, uncouth person who doesn't know what he's talking about. On the other hand, there are also those who are out there to defend him. In all this, maybe we are losing the whole plot. The distortions that were made to our history for the sake of robbing us of our religious identity as a society, nation or demography go unnoticed and unchallenged in all this. There has to be a way of recovering all the lost potential of our nation that was a direct consequence of all that these Marxist historians did to our itihasa. Take the example of Ram Janmabhoomi case. The Supreme Court judgment, if you read it, has several evidences and historical records that prove the veracity of the Hindu side claims of there being a Hindu structure that was eventually pulled down by Islamic invaders. Why was all this not told to us by the same set of historians who claim to be beacons of knowledge and truth? Why didn't they testify before the Supreme Court of India when the Ram Janmabhoomi case was going on? Any chance of reclaiming our dharmic identity was lost forever. This is precisely why history is important to be taught in schools and colleges. I mean, the correct history and not the Marxist trash that passes off as history these days.